Welcome back, for everyone who's just climbing in. I am Blue Streak Spider 54, and we are playing Agatha Christie's MOTOE on the Orient Express. I am currently playing as Hercule Poirot, and we have just heard the story more about Joanna Locke, the detective, about the Armstrong murder cases, where we have just seen some really, really interesting situations. Yeah, he does have that kind of look to him, doesn't he? I mean, that must have been years ago if that was the case, but yeah, so we've just found out that that she had encountered a little suspicion of a fake pressman who was involved in Daisy's kidnapping in her past previous case. And with that being said, we have discovered a little bit more about her backstory, but we're still a little bit no closer to discovering who had killed Ratchet. But I'm hoping we do so now. And the fact is, corner of my eye, seeing our fellow, what's her name? I forget her name. Greta is right behind us, standing in that kind of pose. Really gives me suspect. What's she doing?
I hope your investigation is going well, Mr. Poirot.
And I'm not overhearing everything. Yeah, it was just why she was standing back here was a bit suspicious in my eyes. And of course, like it says, the weather has not improved, so we are still stuck at the point of the bridge with no apparent means of progressing. And like I said, we have discovered that there is the stabbings are all different consistencies and depth, but we have found the murder weapon, and of course we have discovered that yes, we have the correct murder weapon now. So we are probably very hot on the trails of wrapping up this mystery. But if you guys, I hope you guys are enjoying the case so far and want to keep up with us, feel free to give us a wee bit of a follow. It's very much appreciated. And of course, like I says, we do have a few links as well. So I'm just throwing up some of the links on the Discord, the Blue Streaks web. Check that out. Along the rest of this will be brought up onto the YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube as well, but feel free to be nosy at that at your convenience. So I'm going to speak to this man. I hope we will be leaving soon. I hope we will be leaving soon. I hope that I find out who it is, mademoiselle. So I'm playing as Hercule Poirot, the main investigator of the Agatha Christie's Poirot. Hercule Poirot. Whatever. I'm seeing what is going on with these
I should go and interview the passengers in the restaurant car.
And yes, I'm being nosy. I've always had a fascination with trains as well. I grew up, my grandfather used to work in the railway lines. So I still have that in my memory, so that's kind of why I like stories with some railway stuff. But this is actually one of the newer games, and I have really enjoyed playing this, like our last episode.
The passengers who agreed to come and talk to you are assembled, Poirot. Mr.
Yep.
Masterman is already here to answer your questions.
Perfect,
Yeah.
thank you, my friend.
Mr. Dilkington!
Mr. Masterman, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Right.
Does
Dear
the
Mr.
name
Dilkington.
Cassetti mean anything to you?
Oh yeah, we
No,
need to find
should
out.
it?
Have you heard of the Armstrong kidnapping case?
Of course. It was all over the news a few years ago.
Your employer's real name is Cassetti. He was the man behind that kidnapping.
Mr. Ratchet was... He murdered that poor little girl?
Oh yes, he did.
Mr.
So we are...
McQueen, the man you worked for is a kidnapper named Cassetti.
What? What
What?
kidnapping?
He
Yeah.
murdered his victim, a child named Daisy Armstrong.
The Armstrong kidnapping?
You had no idea of Monsieur Ratchet's real name?
Damn skunk!
Why are you so upset?
My father was the district attorney who handled the case, Mr. Poirot. I saw Mrs. Armstrong more than once. She was a lovely woman, so gentle and heartbroken. If ever a man deserved what he got, Ratchet, or Cassetti, is the man. He didn't deserve to live.
Dang.
Madame Olson, have you
Yep.
heard of the Daisy Armstrong case?
No, I've never heard of it.
It was only
I think
2
you
years
have.
ago. It was famous.
Maybe so, but it was not famous in Spain, where I have been helping the refugees from Africa.
She just
You've
sounds.
never heard the
Yeah.
name Daisy Armstrong?
No, never.
Daisy Armstrong? No.
No.
No!
No.
Yes.
No!
It
Yeah.
was all over the English tabloids before I went to Jordan. A horrific crime that claimed the lives of an entire family and their wrongfully accused nanny. That's right, isn't it?
Yes.
so.
I thought the culprit had been punished.
Some might say that the culprit was punished last night.
Oh, my heavens.
May I ask you a few more questions?
Yes, of course.
Jordan.
You were in Jordan?
Yes, I was an English tutor there to the children of a high official. Until recently.
Okay, you lived in the United States.
You read about the crime, as you said, in the tabloids.
Yes, that's right. For weeks, news of the royal family was eclipsed.
Have you ever been to the United States, mademoiselle?
No, never. Jordan was really my first trip abroad.
Okay, link with Captain Arbuthnot.
What is your relationship to Captain Arbuthnot?
Who?
A former soldier traveling with us. You must have met him.
Ah, yes, I met him on the platform in Istanbul. We only had a brief exchange of pleasantries, nothing more. British Reserve and all that.
But,
The British Reserve. Yes, with this I am familiar.
yeah, but then. That's true. We had only a brief discussion. I don't touch on it. That's the lie.
The truth cannot hide from Poirot forever.
Okay, that wasn't it. I was English tutor in Jordan, so we had a brief
She
discussion.
may be telling the truth, but I cannot be certain.
Okay, you met him. Oh, yeah, it might be the last one.
She's lying, but why?
Okay, so no, it's definitely that then. I met him
Are
in
you sure
Istanbul.
everything
I
you
was
have
saying
told
more
me
that
is accurate, Mademoiselle Debenham?
Of course.
The earring at the hotel was definitely.
Mademoiselle,
Yeah.
I know that you met Captain Arbuthnot at the Tocatlion Hotel.
You were spying on me.
I'm very attentive
No.
to my surroundings. It helps.
Because the
in
ring,
my
the
profession.
earring at her.
Well,
Yeah.
it's your word against mine.
I had occasion to be of some assistance in recovering Captain Arbuthnot's train ticket.
And
While
you,
searching
that
his
earring,
room,
yeah.
I also discovered one of your earrings. Whatever your relationship may be to the good captain, I doubt it has anything to do with British Reserve.
Yeah, exactly.
You will not tell me your secret, mademoiselle?
I can't. I don't know what you mean.
Poirot, Miss Debenham's got nothing to do with this business. Nothing. Do you hear?
Whoa! You gonna punch me? Step back. Whoa! Asshole! Right.
Archie, stop.
Yeah, what the
No. This behavior is unworthy of an officer and a gentleman.
Leave her alone. Have you no honor?
Archie, we should go.
Yeah,
Captain
you.
Arbuthnot, I am certain you are a brave soldier, but you are a poor actor. The truth is that
You're Mrs. Debenham's
your
lover, come on.
relationship with Miss Debenham is beyond doubt, Captain. Your reaction was apparently that of a man trying to protect the woman he loves. I might understand that if
Yeah.
your relationship was some cleverly disguised secret, but
But
is
it's not.
You make puppy dog eyes at one another at every opportunity. You cannot hide your love. Everybody knows.
The trouble
advise
is
you
that-
to stop with your accusations, Mr. Poirot. I'm going to escort Miss Debenham back to her compartment. Make of that what you will.
The captain and Mademoiselle Debenham are obviously adamant about not revealing their relationship, but this scene convinced me there is more that is not so obvious.
This murder has everyone on edge. In my 25-year career, I have never seen such madness aboard the Orient Express.
I
But that's what
understand,
makes it
my
fun.
friend. The more we learn, the more perplexing this train ride becomes. But
Indubitably.
we have other clues to pursue.
What do you have in mind?
The broken watch on Monsieur Ratchet's wrist, for example, and the handkerchief found near the body.
We still
Who
need to
does
go
that
through
belong
those.
This little drama we have just witnessed has not put you off the scent.
Far from it, my friend. Will you return to your watch
smell
over Mademoiselle
bullshit.
Locke?
Yes, I will. Dr. Constantine can probably use a break.
Good.
Au revoir, Poirot.
Bravo, mon ami. I mean, I took a punch to the face, but I mean, it's better than taking a blow to the actual head in IRL, so hey! Why? I post about the watch. Maybe someone broke it and changed the time. Because, yes, the problem is with the window outside, we could not really identify. It's a H. That's correct.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
So, it's a bit obvious on there. Okay, so the handkerchief owner. Who does the handkerchief belong to? Drag them off. Could it belong to Hildegard Schmidt? Caroline Hubbard. I would maybe say it would be more the Hildegard Schmidt, maybe. Oh, who could be the Caroline Hubbard? Let's drag him. I'd say Taro, Hector McQueen, Up and Not, Dr. Continental, Devon, Dragonoff, Cyrus Hardman, Bolton. No, I would. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who else would who could the handkerchief belongs to? Wait, 1, 2, 3. It could be Greta.
No, not good.
Okay, so it's maybe.
This is wrong.
Okay,
But I'm never far from the truth.
very well. It could be Mary Debenham.
Think, Poirot.
No?
That is not a good answer.
Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who else could be responsible? And Brian Lara is a pastor's initial. Oh shit, who else could have... Who else has an initial? Who else has an initial with the H in it? I don't think this is actually going to... Yeah, they are not gonna... Yeah, Michael Clark. Yeah, you can see the... Can see it. Okay. So we know it can be Hardman, Hildegard, Otaro, Hector, Hubbard. 1, 2, 3, 4. The doctor? Maybe because he's got a H. There you go. Magnifique.
That was easy.
I just thought the doctor has a H. Right. With unknown first name. Right. The case is afoot, everybody. Let us figure it out. Where shall we go? And we have another mystery. We have another hypothesis to solve. Right. So that is the watch broken at 1:45. Like I says, I suspect maybe the watch shows the time Ratchet was dead. No, how possible about reach Ratchet's watch? Oh, right. So the watch could show when he was dead. Watch shows that he fell asleep. Shows the time of the murder. Watch shows the time when the murderer fled. Well, definitely the watch was tampered with the murderer. What shows the time? I think it was actually the time that shows the time of the murder. What shows the time Ratchet fell asleep? What was adjusted before? Was out before the murder?
Think, Poirot.
Two of
That
them are
is not
right.
a good answer.
Right.
Let me consider all the possibilities.
What shows the time of the murder? Which was the time that Ratchet fell asleep? I think it's when the murderer fled.
No?
No?
Not good.
Okay. When Ratchet fell asleep.
I must admit
No?
I'm not right this time.
What shows when Ratchet was found dead?
I do not think that's
Okay.
the right answer. Let me
Time shows when
consider all
Ratchet
the
fell
possibilities.
Right, because what? That's the last one, wasn't it?
This is...
Nope.
I do...
Okay. What have I? Which one have I'm starting to retard. I'm starting to really forget which ones I've. Shows the time of the murder. There you go. Sorry, my brain
Yes,
just.
there are
Yeah.
only 3 possible hypotheses. The watch has been tampered with, or it is out of adjustment, or it indicates the time of the murder. I shall explore
okay.
these last 2 possibilities before reaching any conclusions. If the watch is out of adjustment, it may be broken. There may also be another reason related directly to Ratchet. Maybe the watch is set to another time zone.
That's some contradictory information. Right, first
I'm
things
sorry,
first.
sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Everybody likes to bake and eat the cake. Everybody likes to eat the cake and bake away. Fiddly fiddly doo. Oh, I can get in here now, can I? Ha! Something wrong. Hello there.
Sorry to bother you, Monsieur Maury. I have a question to ask you.
Please
Yes, I do.
make it quick. I have a meal to prepare.
Make it scrumptious. The embroidered handkerchief. Do you recognize it?
This handkerchief embroidered with an H, is it yours?
No, I've never seen it before.
Thank you. That is all I wanted to know.
I
Yeah.
hope your investigation won't interfere with today's menu.
I think the menu will be surprise a la creme. Ooh, that made my brain tingle. It's funny. Okay. I was very lucky to get into that compartment, so that's good. Actually, I should probably... Was the watch defective before the crystal was broken? I don't think so.
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
What's the detail could indicate was not already stopped before the crystal was broken?
I must admit I'm not right this time.
The
The
second?
watch was not defective because the second hand is still moving.
Okay,
I'm right again. That happens to me a lot.
contradictory information. Let's see. If I just did, what information is contradictory? Someone impersonating shotguns? No. Someone impersonated? Yes, someone would have impersonated Ratchet at 12 first. So that one, yeah, it would be contradictory. Time zones. Let's try that one. What time zone is it? Istanbul. Oh, fucking hell. How the fuck am I meant to know? Oh no, it's Istanbul. Ain't it? Istanbul, yeah, when it's time zone it says +2, it says above there.
Right.
The die, it says in the map, I'm still there going, I don't fucking know. Which time zone is Orient Express currently located? Well, where the fuck are we? We started off in Istanbul, right? Didn't we? We're in +1 because we're stuck in Belgrade, aren't we?
Right.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we're right. So we got stuck at Belgrade.
If this theory is correct, then the murder took place at 12:15 a.m. I must interrogate all the passengers to see if any of them have an alibi for this hour.
I'm sorry, sir, but I must concentrate on my baking.
Okay, wow, we're gonna go real far back. Oh, fuck, here we go. Who are the people whose alibis? Oh, fuck. Colonel Arthronauts is definitely. Oh shit! Well, McQueen's overlap. Those overlap. Is it Mrs. Debenham? Miss Debenham was in book was with the doctor. I think. Miss Debenham was that. Hey, okay.
Et voilà.
I remembered that, so I feel a little bit more stressed out with that. So, right. So I've examined all the alibis. So now we need to get more information. But we're doing alright. I'm quite impressed that I've remembered as much as I can from the mystery. I need to speak to these two.
Foscarelli, I would like to ask you a few
Oh,
questions.
a puzzle coming up. I can see it. Hey,
Signore Poirot, is it? I was wondering when you'd get around to me. Unfortunately, you find me on a mission of mercy.
Hello, Monsieur Poirot.
Yes.
Sorry, we have a small problem. The orange juicer has broken down and I can't fix it. Mr. Foscarelli has kindly offered to help me.
It isn't the car engine, but I am doing my best.
Even with the two of us, we can't manage.
Let me guess. You call
Couple of
upon
screws
Poirot
loose, is it?
well.
I'd be happy to answer your questions when we finished.
Oh god, here we go. Here's when my head explodes, head explodes. Alright, what choices do I get? Well, that's rolling. They see me rolling, they hating. Okay, no, that's definitely not going in there. That might. Nope. That goes there 100%. I have to look at it. Right, okay. Ah, très bien. I think I got it. I think I got it.
Voilà.
Hey!
Should work correctly
There you
now.
go. Couple of gears loose, please. There you go.
Bravo!
So,
I should stick to automobiles.
Well, now
Yeah,
we
you
can
should.
talk calmly. Monsieur Foscarelli, is it?
Antonio Foscarelli, delighted, Monsieur Poirot.
You have, of course, heard about Ratchet's murder last night.
Oh, naturally. It is all anyone is talking about.
indeed, sir. So, What is your
Can you
alibi?
tell me your movements on the night of the murder?
I went to bed right after dinner, but I slept very badly. My roommate,
Oh, Mamma Mia.
Mr. Masterman, had a toothache.
That
He
consistent.
moaned all night.
No.
It woke me up several times.
Did you hear anything or notice anything unusual?
No, nothing that I can think of. I stayed in my bed all night.
Okay, the Armstrong
Have you
affair.
ever
What does he
been
know
to
about
the
it?
United States?
Yes, it has been a primary market for our cars for the last 10 years.
You remember the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The name, yes?
Oh, okay. Let's get myself comfy again.
It was a little girl. A baby, was it not?
Yes, a very tragic affair. Did you know that Cassetti, the kidnapper, was actually Ratchet?
Oh, no. Then he deserved to die. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
Well, thank you, Mr. Foscarelli.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more, signore. I remain at your disposal if you should need me.
Thank you. I think we will need you at a later date. Okay.
Thank you so much, Monsieur Poirot. I can put orange juice back on the menu.
Well, it's a squishy situation, right? Right, madame.
Enchanté, mademoiselle. You are Hildegard Schmidt?
I am Lafol. And
I
you,
am.
I know,
I
Herr
am.
Poirot.
Sorry.
Correct. May I ask you for a few minutes of your time to answer a few questions?
With
Yes,
pleasure.
please.
But first, may I ask for
Oh,
your help?
no, not another
Why
puzzle.
does this not surprise me?
You know.
I don't know.
I am at your service, Fraulein.
My mistress, Princess Dragomirov, has asked me to open this traditional Matryoshka doll. There is a trinket inside she must retrieve.
Madame, in
Jeez.
my experience, each Russian nesting doll simply pulls apart to reveal the next one inside.
Usually.
Yet try it for yourself.
As you wish.
Ah, you are a gentleman.
Oh, God. Ah, okay. You're one of those kind of puzzles. Alright, so that's... I'm under the assumption that's correct. Oh wait, yeah, I see it. Is that how it goes? Oh wait, does it have to all be symmetrical? Ah, magnifique! Oh fuck. This is gonna be entertaining. Endlessly entertaining. Oh jeez. Okay. Wait. Is that correct? Okay, so it can't be two of the same. Or is it all the same colors? It does not seem to be. Okay. As the joke, as a joke would imply. So how do I know when it's right? That is the question. Mon ami. Mon ami! Mon ami! Mon ami! Mon ami! Mon ami! Could use a little bit of hint here. Inspect. Okay. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, you are just a treasure. Honestly. Oh, fuck off. I do not like this. Alright, you just a delay. Hey, that was easy. Do I have to do anything else with this?
The inscription reads, "To my dearest friend."
Oh, thank you very much. This doll reminds her of her youth in Russia. It was very hard under the Soviet regime, but thanks to her strength of will, she rose to be the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg. Even though she now lives in Berlin, it is said that the Kremlin still fears her.
She must be a formidable woman indeed. You are her maid?
I am her companion. I help her in her daily tasks, and I keep her company.
Ah, forgive me. You will have heard of Ratchet's murder last night.
Oh,
Yes, of course. Everyone is talking about it.
Then roll a handkerchief, let's see.
Have you lost a handkerchief embroidered with an H, madame?
Oh, no, monsieur.
I thought perhaps since your first name is Hildegard.
It is not mine, I tell you. I could not afford something so nice. I have no idea who it belongs to.
My apologies, I did not mean to alarm you.
Okay, what about the alibi?
Can you tell me how you occupied your time last night?
Just after we left Istanbul, I had tea with my roommate, Fräulein Locke. I went to dinner with the princess, and when I returned to my compartment, Fräulein Locke was already asleep. A little later, Herr Michel, the conductor, came to get me because Madame la Princesse needed my help. Her back troubles her. I massaged her for about an hour.
Do you remember the time?
I'm sorry, I do not, mein Herr.
Thank you for answering my questions, madame.
Yeah, that kinda has been very informative. Just as long as people stop throwing puzzles at me, I'm having trouble. I'm having trouble getting my head clear. My brain is not working that well. 205? I'll just knock on all the doors.
Monsieur, I am Hercule.
I know who you are, Monsieur Poirot. What do you want?
Answers to a simple question or two.
All right, but quickly. My wife is quite ill. I would like to stay by her side.
I promise. First of all, I imagine you know about the murder.
Of course. The Countess is terribly distressed.
Your full name?
Rodolphe Adreny.
Your home is?
Budapest.
And how do you come to be aboard the Orient Express?
I am a Hungarian diplomat. My family has represented our homeland since the revolution from the Soviet Union in 1956. I was on my country's business in Istanbul. Business which I cannot discuss.
And your wife often accompanies you on your diplomatic missions?
Yes, and why not? Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Right, so he is Hungarian, and he was a diplomat. He is definitely 34.
My little grey cells did not let me down.
No, that was just your ears listening. You're fucking. Yeah, my brain's. No, it was your ears. I listened.
I was posted to the Hungarian embassy in Washington for a year.
You knew perhaps the Armstrong family.
Armstrong? Armstrong. It is difficult to recall. One meets so many people.
Okay. Your alibi,
Can you
please.
tell me how you spent last night?
I was in our compartment with my wife. She went to bed early. I played a video game on my phone. Around 11 o'clock.
Remember, it's 2023.
My wife woke up and couldn't get back to sleep. She took a sleeping pill. As for me, I went to bed soon after that and slept straight through until morning.
Very well. Miss...
It was the
Jeremy.
kidnapping of a child, a very sad affair. The culprit was the man on this train who called himself Ratchet, the one who was murdered last night.
Indeed.
Dun, dun, dun.
It sounds like justice finally caught up with him.
Thank you for your time. Now, I'd like
I'm gonna
to
get,
speak
I'm
to
gonna
your
get avoided
wife,
of not
if you
speaking
don't
to her.
mind.
It's impossible. As I told you, my wife is very ill. Thank you, and good luck with the investigation.
Seems very evasive there.
Eh bien. The good count
Yeah.
does not appear to want me to talk to his wife.
103. 202 is my room again, of course, isn't it? Yep. 201. Let's speak to...
Hello. Can I do something for you?
Hello, Monsieur Hardman.
Hardman,
I believe.
yeah.
You have heard of the murder?
Cyrus Hardman. Yes, and the fact that there's been a murder is all over the train.
You do not seem very concerned about it,
Excuse
monsieur.
me.
It's not the first murder I've run across.
I had no idea the selling of toys was so dangerous. I did overhear you mention at dinner that this is your profession.
Toy salesman is a cover. I'm a private detective, just like you, from the U.S.
Oh... Private detective. American.
No, not good.
English?
This is wrong.
No. He is definitely American and a toy salesman. That's what he fucking said.
I do not think that's...
What? Are you older than fucking 35? Okay. He was 55. He fucking looks good for 55, man.
Did not let me down.
Embroidery Donkey Chief. Let's start with that first. Do you know who it belongs to?
Is this handkerchief embroidered with an H yours?
Do I look like the kind of guy who would use a handkerchief like that?
Okay. What private
I did not
detective?
expect to find another detective on this train.
I just finished a job in Istanbul when I received an email from Ratchet. He hired me to protect him.
Something you failed to do.
Obviously.
I'm not happy about that. He'd received some threatening letters. I was supposed to watch his back, and yeah, something I failed to do. But he seemed to think he was in more danger when he left the train.
He was traveling to Paris?
I assume so, but I'm not entirely sure.
Can anyone on this train confirm your identity?
Yeah, that McQueen kid. Ratchet's secretary.
Okay. Origin of the threats,
Do
please.
you have any idea who was behind the threatening letters?
I don't know his name, but Ratchet told me he was a small man. Dark hair, with a womanish kind of voice.
Oh, thank you for your help.
The Armstrong case? What's he
Monsieur
know
Altman.
about it?
Have you heard of the Armstrong case?
Armstrong? The kidnapping 3 or 4 years ago? Who hasn't? Why?
Ratchet's real name was Cassetti. I have reason to believe he was the kidnapper.
What? He killed that little girl? No, I didn't know. If I had known, I wouldn't have taken the job.
What is your alibi?
Were you on duty last night?
You bet. I kept my door open a crack and I watched all night. No
So
one
that
entered
was
that
it.
car who didn't belong there.
Did you see anything in particular?
The conductor, Michelle. He was there most of the time, too, except for 15 minutes or so after we left Vinkovsky. He must have answered a call from Ratchet's room. Then he was absent again for a while around 1 a.m. After that, he didn't move until 5.
Okay, so thank you.
Thank you for answering my questions, Monsieur Hardman.
Listen, Poirot. I know I fell down on the job, but if you need help, any at all, let me know. I'd like to make it right.
Well, it has been a while since I have seen one of those.
And the fact is, I got to see that Raises another question or two, doesn't it? Doesn't it, folks? It certainly does. Housekeeping!
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
Very well, madam. I'll come back later. But you will need to speak to me.
So, my friend, have you finished your investigation?
No, but I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Okay. I stay here to watch this young lady.
How's she doing?
Excuse me, Doctor. May I ask you a question?
Anything that can help the investigation, Mr. Powell.
I wanted to know what your first name is, Doctor.
My name is Robert. Why?
To find out if the handkerchief embroidered with an H could have been yours.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Poirot. Cloth handkerchiefs are a playground for viruses. I would not touch one.
Okay. It's definitely not ours.
I hope your investigation is going,
well, Mr. Poirot. I'm like, you know, Call of the Wild. Ha! If anyone plays that game, the Call of the Wild. Oh, interesting.
Ah, Monsieur McQueen, may I ask you a question?
Anything I can do to help, Mr. Poirot?
The embroiled handkerchief.
This handkerchief embroidered with an H. Is it yours?
No, I don't use cloth handkerchiefs.
Thank you. I won't bother you anymore.
Interesting, interesting. Who else do I need to speak to? I'm most curious. We'd like to see what else I need to do. Is there anything I can take a look at? There's a Hardman and Schmidt and Dr. Mrs. Schmidt. Right, so who have I not? This is Hubbard. I need to speak to the other. I might find a way to Countess Avenel, yeah. Okay, I could use a little bit of a hint here. To get answers, I should really first say I want to speak with him. Okay. Back up we go. Bum, bum, ba, da, ba, ba, da, bum, bum, up a freaking train once again. I go, I want to talk to you, and then like as soon as I like get him out of the room, I'll just you know, shove him in a cupboard. He's like, yeah, I want to talk to you. Yes, come out this way, Mr. Poirot. Au revoir, monsieur. I'll interrogate your wife. Somebody asked.
Monsieur, if I am to catch this murderer, I will need your help.
My help? I am at your service, Poirot.
You love your wife?
Obviously a devoted husband, Count Andreni.
My wife means the world to me. There were questions in Budapest about a Hungarian diplomat marrying an American woman.
It did not deter you.
I would have given up my position for her. I would think it is universal. Are you married, Mr. Poirot?
No. I fear marriage is not for me. But her condition, is it very grave?
She is suffering a bout of vertigo. You understand?
Oh.
The room spins.
I think Dr. Constantine could help your wife.
There is a doctor on this train? I did not know. Where is this doctor?
You should go
I
get him.
think Dr. Constantine is in the lounge car. If not, perhaps the conductor can tell you where he is.
Very well. I will find him. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And goodbye to you. Now, are you going to speak to us while we... So I get my
Forgive me
chance.
for intruding, madame. I am Hercule Poirot.
I know who you are, Mr. Poirot. I overheard you send my husband on a wild goose chase.
Your husband
course I
cares
did.
for you greatly, madame. I apologize for exploiting that fact. But the
I'm
situation
not.
is urgent, and I need to ask you a few questions.
Apology
Yes.
accepted. I realize you must speak to everyone.
Of
This
course.
horrendous murder. It's very upsetting.
That is a beautiful music box.
Please don't touch the music box. It's a fragile family heirloom.
Your accent, is it American? Boston, perhaps?
You have a good ear, Mr. Poirot. Yes.
American, Boston.
Born and raised in what we call the Back Bay.
We're
Are
not
you
around the
in
world,
the
the bun you
diplomatic
to Back
service
Bay.
like your husband?
No, not officially. I was still in college when I met Rudy 2 years ago. I keep myself busy handling his scheduling, travel, appointments.
So you're a secretary.
What is this saying? Behind every great man, there is a great woman.
That was the saying. Today one might reverse the sentiment as well, don't you think?
Of course, I stand corrected.
So we get a bit more detail on her. So she is American. She has no profession per se. I would say she's 39.
I do not...
No, 21. There you go. It's a bit hard to tell.
That happens to me a lot.
So it's like trying to do an ID at Tesco, isn't it? So what about your handkerchief?
Embroidered with an H was found at the crime scene. By any chance, does your first name begin with an H?
No, my first name is Elena, with an E.
What's your alibi?
Tell me what you did last night.
Well, my husband and I went to dinner. Then we came back here. We went to bed
Quite a
around
nice room
10
looking
o'clock.
though.
I tried to sleep, but I couldn't because of the shaking of the train. I suffer from vertigo. I finally took a sleeping pill and that
I
did
see.
the trick.
When did the train's motion prevent you from sleeping?
Between midnight and 2 a.m. I know because I must have looked at my watch about 10 times.
I see.
That doesn't seem consistent. Yeah, because the train didn't... Midnight, 2 o'clock. Okay. I fell asleep after 2 o'clock. See, the train wasn't moving.
Come now, Countess. You are not...
Train wasn't
telling me
moving
the
at that
truth.
time.
Why do you say that?
The train wasn't... The train had
The
stopped.
train stopped at 12:30 a.m. due to snow. So there was no
Gotcha.
shaking of the train. But you told me that it was the
Motherfucker.
shaking that prevented you from sleeping.
I
Unless you
don't
were
know,
being
you're
physically...
confusing me. My
Bloody
vertigo.
vertigo.
Madame,
Oh,
a man died last night. You can't talk nonsense just because you're sick. You are hiding something from me.
uh-huh.
How dare you? I didn't do anything wrong. I'm going to find my husband.
Careful, the vertigo might hit you on the way out. Sorry, it had to be said.
I know, but my strategy worked. I
Yeah,
can
but
now
then-
inspect this room in peace.
Yeah, that was... Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, there's sleeping pills.
These
Sleeping
must be the sleeping pills that Countess Andreni took last night.
Sacre bleu. What else is there? Jewelry. On a weird bowl. Yeah, okay. What else is there? A book. The Great Gatsby. When have I heard of that name before? Great Gatsby. Excuse me. No, of course, there's a puzzle to this. So there's the rose, the pigeon, and the leaf. Right, so... Right, so... Guessing that's a rose. Rose and the pigeon. And the leaf.
It's closed.
What am I looking at
There
here?
seems to be something missing here.
Alright. So the third, looks like the third. Ah, right, so the bird's last. And the flower. Right, okay. I see what I've got to do. So the. Where is the second? The bird is the third.
It's closed.
It's closed. I just need the rose. So would that be magnifique? There's a yank in my crank. No, I want the crank. With a crank. Him with a crank. Oh dear. There we go. I'll take that crank. Does this mean that when I start doing this, does it go ding 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 ding? Oh wait. Do I have to write? Oh wait. Oh wait, okay, let's have a look. So look at if there's anything in particular. There seems to be symbols on the top. Okay. Wait. It looks like there's symbols on the bottom here. Something core. Oh wait, they maybe have to be in the right positions of where they go, right? So let's see. I almost want to make a universal joke there, and wait, no, maybe not. Oh, looks like it probably doesn't. Okay. Wait. Sun, right, okay, so maybe it's something to do with right, okay, I think I know what I've got to do. I have to rotate it. Wait, am I gonna? Wait a minute. How do I know? Right, so the bottom one's just... Maybe I've got to do it in the right... Yes, I've got to do this... It's a musical note first. So I've got to get the ballerina's leg facing towards me. If I'm reading this right. I don't know if I am. Okay, that's... Just a teeny tiny bit more. I could be honest, be wrong, but I'm taking a guess. I've passed it, that's why. Right there. No, I've passed it, so I need to go back. Is that right? Yeah, try that. Let's see if that makes any difference. Okay, I think we're gonna need hints. I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused with that. Alright, done that, yep. Yeah, I kinda got that. Right, so... Just keep spinning it and just keep hitting it occasionally. I'll just keep fucking clicking it till I get it. There you go. Fuck all. Right, am I meant to keep spinning it or am I meant to... Right, okay. Now what? Am I meant to push it now? Ah! Trebion!
An engraving written in, I believe, Russian Cyrillic. It looks like a first name.
Agatha.
An engraving written...
So it looks like it says Agatha. Let's open it. Ooh, Helena.
For my beautiful young ladies, Helena and Sonia. Helena with an
H.
It's Countess Andreni with an older girl.
Poirot! Have you no shame?
Monsieur, I am afraid shame is not a very helpful emotion for a detective trying to get at the truth.
What
Yes.
are you doing in our compartment?
I am investigating a murder, Count Andreni.
My wife is ill.
My apologies, monsieur, but your wife seemed in perfect health when she left the room to find you. I do apologize, but I needed to search your compartment.
You will regret this, Poirot.
Please, Count. You aren't going to challenge me to a duel, are you? Countess, I'm afraid I took the liberty of inspecting your little music box.
How dare you?
The message in the medallion was addressed to you and Sonia. Sonia Armstrong, your older sister, the mother of Daisy, the murdered child.
Boom! That's why you didn't know what I
am
thought.
a Hungarian diplomat. You have no official standing here. You have no right to search.
No, Rudolph. Let me speak. It's useless to deny what this gentleman says. I am Helena Goldenberg, the sister of Sonia Armstrong, and Daisy was my niece. The music box is a gift from my sister's godmother, a very close friend to my mother.
Ooh.
We hid the truth from you when we learned that the man killed last night was the person who destroyed my family. I panicked. I didn't want to be accused.
That is also why you lied about the H in your first name?
Exactly.
Yes.
Your ferreting about looking for the H is obviously part of your investigation.
And
If I found the handkerchief in Monsieur Ratchet's room embroidered with an H, I might suspect you had been there.
A handkerchief?
Yeah.
I don't have any handkerchiefs embroidered with my initial. To be honest, that sounds awfully old-fashioned to me.
I give you my word of honor that last night, Helena never left her compartment. My wife is telling you the truth, Poirot.
But then her...
So.
Yeah,
I'll let you rest.
it's just the whole fact of the train and the lying part. That's just not sitting right with me.
The matter of the H on the handkerchief still needs clearing up.
And there's only one person I can think of, the
should check
Countess,
the
the
inscription
Duchess.
on the back of the medallion.
Yeah. Let's correspond that, shall we? Translation of the engraving. Well, there's only one person. It's overhanded. Okay. There's only one person I could think. It's Russian, right? Who was I speaking to a little bit ago? Who proved? That's Chairmanville. only somebody else. Natalia Dragamov, 107. My brain is telling me I should try speaking to Miss Dragunov again. See if I get anywhere. See if I can speak to her. I doubt it.
I am not prepared to...
Very well, madam.
Okay, I'm not... She's not gonna address me at all. Right.
So,
how's it going?
No, but I have managed to solve it.
Okay.
Okay. I don't even know how you're gonna... I don't know it. Use Paris knowledge Russian translated. Well, I'm definitely gonna need hints for that because I have no clue. Inspect the engraving of the Madonna in order to find out which Russian letters are said on it. Well, I would need to go into the inventory, don't I? Inventory. Wait. Where is... Wait, so can I... How can I... Oh, wait, X inspect. I was about to say. Could I open it? Translating on the engraving. Capital H. T. No. It does look like an... Yeah, I think... Not. And... That does look like more like an N, and then that looks like an R. Natalia, there you go.
Natalia.
There you go.
Natalia Dragamov.
Dragamov, which I'll allow us to talk to. Yeah.
Russian passenger on the train. In addition, her first name begins with an H in Cyrillic.
Yes.
That's the right answer.
I got it. So, take us a minute. Right, you better open that door. I insist. Go away. No, wait.
I am not prepared to receive anyone. Come back later.
I'm sorry, madam, but a man has been murdered. I must ask you a few questions.
You must have misunderstood me. I cannot speak to you just now.
Madame, I know that Sonia Armstrong is your goddaughter.
Boom! Drop the mic, and she's like, "What? How do you know?"
Please.
Oh, there you go. Seems that answers get you through the door.
Forgive my intrusion, madame, but I really must ask you some questions.
Then ask. I'll answer if it pleases me.
If it pleases me.
Yet I have observed her a couple of times, so I can already deduce some things about her.
Well, she's Russian, for one. Oh, shit. She is definitely not 26. Could it be cheeky to say 51? I'm gonna say it's politics. No, it's not politics. Director of a museum?
Think, Poirot.
Okay, she's definitely old as fuck then. There you go. She's old as shit.
My little
Director of
princess
museum.
did not let me down.
Right. I need your alibi,
I will
woman.
first ask you about last night. Will you tell me your movements?
I went to bed just after dinner.
Yum
I
nom.
read until 11, then tried to sleep. Later I awoke.
What caused you to awaken?
I suffered from back pain, a consequence of old age interfering with an active life. I called Schmidt around 12:45 a.m. to give me a massage. She did so until I fell asleep.
How long was she with you?
A good hour, I would say.
I see.
Okay. The embroidered handkerchief.
The first initial of your first name, Natalia, in the Cyrillic alphabet looks exactly like the letter H in the Latin alphabet.
I'm Russian, Monsieur Poirot, and I was the head of a museum of antiquities in St. Petersburg for decades, until I moved to Berlin recently. I'm familiar with Cyrillic.
Is this yours?
This handkerchief is yours, isn't it?
Yes, indeed. I lost it.
It was found in Monsieur Ratchet's room.
So we know who's
explain
executive, yeah.
to me why Madame Schmidt didn't identify the handkerchief? She
Yeah,
must have
that's
known
good.
it was yours.
Possibly to protect me. She is very loyal. Your next question will be, how did my handkerchief come to be lying by a murdered man's body? My reply to that is that I have no idea.
That is not an answer, madame.
It is all I am able to give you.
The Armstrong case, since you
I
are...
must tell you, Princess Dragomirov, I have discovered something astonishing.
And that is?
You are Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
You make that sound like a revelation. I have never hidden the fact, monsieur.
You knew Colonel Armstrong well, then?
I knew him slightly, but his wife, Sonia Armstrong, was my goddaughter. I was on terms of friendship with her mother, the actress Linda Arden. Linda Arden was a genius, one of the greatest tragic actresses in the world. I was not only an admirer of her art, I was a personal friend.
Very well.
I
But
see.
this links you to the Armstrong kidnapping case. Helena Andreni is the sister of Sonia Armstrong, the late mother of Daisy Armstrong, kidnapped and killed by the man who was murdered on this train.
Ratchet! Boom!
Indeed.
Yep.
Was it he? Then justice has at last been served.
Allow me
concern.
to summarize.
Do I have a choice?
Yes.
Coincidence,
No.
I shall call it. You are close to the Armstrong family, and the presumed assassin of Daisy Armstrong was killed while you were on board the same train. Second coincidence, your handkerchief happens to be found at the foot of the victim's bed. Third coincidence, one of the stab wounds inflicted on the body was by a left-handed person. You are left-handed. That is a lot of coincidences, Princess Dragomirov.
But she's not
Well,
the
Monsieur
only
Poirot,
one, yeah.
Call it fate. If you report to the police your coincidences, they will laugh. A woman of my age and frailty has violently murdered a man? With how many potential witnesses who saw me doddering along the corridor in the middle of the night like Lady Macbeth?
You are right, Princess. You could not work alone, which
No, she
means you have one or more accomplices. And it is only a matter of time before I find out who they are.
I would appreciate it if you would remove yourself from my room and take your fantasies with you.
Well.
Привет! Привет!
Привет! Привет! Well, she's saying that.
Привет!
Oh, it's a parrot! Ooh, it's a parrot. Is it Guilford Gottfried before he learned how to speak? Probably was. Cross-checking new alibis. Right. Scratch our heads on this one. Okay, so Mrs. Dragamos works with Mrs. Schmidt's alibi. Mr. Hardman saw Mr. Mitchell. Mr. Addo is with Mr. Anteri because they have no reason to lie, and Mr. Forassi, the Italian, and with Mr. Masterman. So all those alibis match up.
That was easy.
Okay. Now we must report to Buke. Nothing else to solve yet. Right. Okay. So that we are going through the first class. And we will continue to carry on. Before we get to where we need to be, I will refresh everybody what's happening. So obviously this will be broken up into a few segments for you guys' connections. Right. Resolving all that in gobbledygook. So we've gone through the whole dining car. We're going to the main car now. So, for anyone that is just climbing in, wanting a wee update on the chaos. Hello everybody, I am the Blue Streak Spider Fairy 4. I am a retro Scottish streamer. Hello, you're back. Are you enjoying yourself so far? Yes, you were just in time. You were just in time. We're kind of updating what is been happening, transpiring. Right, so for you guys is to know, like I says, I'm a retro streamer in Scotland, and we are currently playing the Agatha Christie's MOTOE on the Orient Express, along with Hercule Poirot. And of course, as I said, the murdered Samuel Ratchet was in fact Michael Clark, the guy who was involved in the Armstrong case, who kidnapped the daughter Daisy Armstrong, making, obviously, Sonia Armstrong died after her preborn. So John Armstrong was the only colonel, and obviously the nanny Susan Moreau, she was falsely accused of the murder. So we have, like I said, we're getting to the fact that Helena, it was Alina Andreevi and her husband, kept secret that Helena is actually this, I think it's like the sister of the Armstrongs. And it turns out Natalia Dragamov is the great-granddaughter of the mother. So there's a lot tying in together. And obviously we have Joanna Glock, who was the investigator of that from 3 years ago. Turning out, and also, fun fact, Archibald Arpanaut is with Mary Debenham. But they are not admitting that they are, which is very interesting. And we suspect Natalia Dragamov, because her handkerchief, she's actually admitted that her handkerchief is the handkerchief that is at the murder scene. Giving us the opportunity, obviously she's not saying how it got in there, so we suspect obviously she's left-handed, and one of the stab marks on the body of Ratchet was in fact done by a person left-handed, but a lot of the stabs were all right-handed. So obviously we know there's more than one suspect. So it could be anyone that is involved with Ratchet that is right-handed. So a very interesting turn of development. And we've also found out that Cyrus Hardman is not who he turns out to be. He turns out that he's actually another private investigator hired by Ratchet before the murder. And then he's found out about the murder. It has curled up really well for us here in the story so far. So that was your quick update. So we're away to tell Umbuk, our good friend, about the proceedings of the murder. And we are still stuck in the snowdrift, for those who really care about the outside. We're still stuck at the bridge. I mean, I don't think even Sir Topham Hatt's going to get us out of this situation. Not really. But there is your case, Zoot Allures. There we go. Oh wait, I just realised Book is not actually up here. He's fucking down at the lower cabins. So I've walked all this way to tell you all the update, and he's not even fucking here. I'm obviously not paying attention. I'm gonna blame the bonk in the head for that. And also Colonel Arpandot, he had a bit of a overreaction when we asked the fair lady in question as well. He punched Poirot, but Poirot's fine. You know, he's just like, yep, fuck you. I'm an investigator. I will investigate. Getting back to that, Poirot is continuing the investigation. So we need to tell Book what has happened. So I think it's further down the corridor we've got to go. Yeah, there he is. Now, Book, we are here to tell you. So I'm going to save the game as well. Oh wow, we're on chapter 6. I have no idea how many chapters there is, folks, so let's see what Book has to say.
There. She hasn't moved, but she seems to be waking up little by little.
Little by little.
Your investigation progresses?
Yes, it does.
Myself helping everyone with their problems before they can help me with mine.
Yeah.
I have shifted boxes, helped with hangovers, repaired an orange juicer, unlocked some Russian dolls.
Yeah, it's all
so
like...
my investigation can proceed.
Don't forget the dessert recipe.
How can I?
Truly, the labors of Hercules.
My friend, I would rather clean out the Orient stables. Yet, I have managed to solve a few mysteries.
Alright, so here we go.
Tell me everything.
Let's go. So we know about the broken watch that we think there's 3 possibilities. The watch was either altered to the time when Ratchet died, or it was altered after the fact.
I had 3 theories concerning the broken
Poirot will
watch.
He'll fill you in. He'll fill you in.
It could have been out of adjustment before the murder. Or, of course, it could indicate the actual time of the murder. The only hypothesis I could rule out was that the watch was out of adjustment. For the others, they are impossible to verify. So the watch is of little use to the investigation.
So I guess we're abandoning that.
Convinced that it indicated the time of the crime.
Okay, and then we've also known now the embroidered handkerchief.
The embroidered handkerchief belongs to Princess Dragomirov. I also found out that she was Sonia Armstrong's godmother.
And that was the bomb.
With the little girl's murderer?
Exactly.
Yep.
Also, Elena Andreni is the younger sister of Sonia Armstrong, Daisy's mother.
Another passenger connected to the Armstrong
case? Yeah, there's a lot going on here, eh?
What are the odds, do you
think?
What
are the odds?
I cannot see either woman stabbing Ratchet over and over again in a frenzy.
No,
and they apparently have alibis.
2 women involved in the Armstrong case.
Let us not forget our patient here. There are 3 women.
Look,
3?
She seems to be waking up.
Oh, not again. You gonna tell us more?
What's happening to me? Did I fall asleep again?
Indeed, Mademoiselle Locke.
Yeah, Locke. A sleeping pill.
Did you take any medication? Sleeping pills, for example?
No, I never use sleeping pills.
I inspected your cup. You can clearly see that there is a residue of something at the bottom. I'm sure a lab test would confirm you were drugged. Most likely an overdose. That would explain your battle to shake off the effects.
You think Fräulein Schmidt did it?
She certainly had the most opportunity, but why would she?
Good point.
No one knew who I was. It's impossible that someone deliberately targeted me.
But nah, wait a minute. Nah, Miss Locke. She was like suspects would have drugged Miss Locke, right? I would have said Miss Dragomirov must have drugged you, or a. I don't think it's Mr. Hardman, but it could be Mrs. Schmidt.
This is wrong.
No. Completely wrong. I'm completely off. Okay. Okay, so maybe Mrs. Hubbard. And Mrs. Schmidt.
No.
Okay, we got
not
Mrs.
good.
Schmidt right. Okay, so the only other person could it have been? Nah, Mikael wouldn't have done it. Mrs. Debenham?
I must admit,
No?
I'm not
Okay.
right this time.
Okay, this is first really it doesn't sit. What about Mrs. Nielsen?
This is
I don't think so. No.
But
Mikael? Mikael?
Fräulein Schmidt or Monsieur Michel may have
Okay.
drunk the tea that Mademoiselle Locke drank.
Fräulein Schmidt
I don't think
or
Mikael
Pierre
would have.
Michel could have drugged
I don't
the
think Mikael
tea.
would have
They
drugged
are
the
really
tea.
the only two people on this train who could have done it. But why would either one do it?
Mr. Poirot, I'm feeling much better. I'd like to bring you up to date to
Um,
why I ended up on this train.
If you
Okay.
are able, I would very much like you to finish your story.
Very well then. After the Daisy Armstrong case was officially closed,
Yeah, so
I
what
put out a
happened
standing
next?
request to the police departments in the Boston area for anything on Michael Clark. But he didn't turn up on their radar. I even set up an anonymous tip line for news about Clark. That's how I met Braid. A sketchy contact on the dark web, but they found
The
nothing. I could
dark
use.
web. So we're gonna get a bit more into it.